Welcome to Concrete Block. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're diving into the latest developments in global politics and conflict. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is meeting with his G7 counterparts for the first time since the start of the war with Iran. This gathering comes at a critical juncture as tensions between the US, Israel, and Iran continue to escalate. The conflict has far-reaching implications, affecting not just the Middle East, but also other parts of the world, including Ukraine. Ukraine is close to securing several security agreements with countries in the Middle East, including the UAE and Qatar, to counter Iranian drone attacks. According to Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha, these deals could provide a much-needed boost to Ukraine's defenses against Russian aggression. The country has been fighting a war with Russia for 5 years now, and the recent US-Israeli conflict with Iran has raised concerns about the potential impact on Washington's military supplies to Ukraine. Sybiha also expressed hope that China could play a greater role in mediating peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. While Beijing has close economic and security ties with Moscow, it has also maintained strong trade relations with Ukraine. The US and European governments have been critical of Chinese companies supplying Russian arms makers, but Beijing has denied providing any military technology to Russia. As we continue to monitor these developments, it's clear that the situation is complex and multifaceted. We'll be keeping a close eye on how these stories unfold and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the complex and ever-evolving situation in the Middle East, where a month-long war between the United States, Israel, and Iran continues to escalate. The conflict has sparked widespread concern globally, with many countries calling for a swift resolution to prevent further humanitarian and economic damage. As we explore this story, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and avoid taking sides. The Iranian government has been clear about its intentions to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity, while the US and Israel have cited concerns over national security and the need to protect their interests in the region. Recent developments have seen Iran threaten to attack strategic targets, including Saudi Arabia's Red Sea port of Yanbu and the coastal Fujairah oil complex in the United Arab Emirates. The Iranian military has also warned civilians to leave locations where American forces are stationed, citing concerns over human shields. The international community is increasingly worried about the economic fallout from this conflict, with oil prices fluctuating wildly and trade disrupted in the Gulf region. European leaders, including the UK's Foreign Minister Yvette Cooper, have urged a swift resolution to the conflict, emphasizing the need to end Iran's block on Hormuz shipping, which is holding the global economy hostage. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts are underway, with reports of a potential direct meeting between Washington and Tehran in Pakistan. However, analysts caution that finding a mutually acceptable solution will be challenging, given the deep-seated differences between the parties involved. As we continue to monitor this developing story, it's crucial to prioritize fact-based reporting and avoid speculation or sensationalism. We'll keep a close eye on the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. Welcome back to Concrete Block. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a look at the ongoing situation between the United States and Iran. The conflict has been escalating over the past month, with both sides hardening their positions on talks to end the war. President Donald Trump recently extended his deadline for Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz to April 6th, while Tehran has tightened its grip on the crucial strait. Meanwhile, Israel has poured more troops into southern Lebanon to fight the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. The US has also sent thousands of additional troops to the region, setting the stage for potential further escalation in the Middle East war. It's worth noting that the situation is complex and multifaceted, with various countries and interests at play. The US and its allies have expressed concerns about Iran's actions, while Iran and its supporters see the conflict as a matter of national sovereignty and resistance to foreign interference. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to stay informed and consider multiple perspectives on the issue. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. In related news, U.S. President Donald Trump has faced criticism for his handling of the conflict, with some accusing him of making conflicting and confusing statements about the situation. Despite this, Trump has maintained that talks with Iran are going very well, although it's unclear what progress has been made towards a resolution. As we close out today's show, we want to encourage our listeners to stay engaged with current events and think critically about the information they consume. Remember that there are often multiple sides to every story, and it's up to each of us to seek out diverse perspectives and form our own opinions. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.